A lot of niggas be clout chasing. They don't do it right.
Your voice should be a little bit deeper right now, ain't it?
Nah, I just don't be using it in interviews.
Me and Yachty was damn near
Yeah.
the same age. He tried to like little bro me in the DM.
Damn, this is like real bread.
I was doing this shit overnight. I could have found any girl, put her in 3 vlogs, and she
He
turned.
was kind of just in a high profile relationship.
Kind of.
Back then, like all I did was troll. Bro, I've been getting canceled for 2 years straight. Before I was on Shade Room, I wanted to be on Shade Room. Then when I got on it, I'm like, damn, I don't want to be on this shit no more.
Would you say that's been your biggest issue in your life with relationships?
It's foreign territory.
Some of these baby mamas be out here tripping, so.
Hey man, welcome back to Kicking It with me, D, and my dog Brad Wing.
What
In
up,
the
my boy?
cut, man, what's good? Y'all already know we're presented by Sleeper, the #1 fantasy football app in the world. They still got their Play 5 Win 55 deal going. New users only. Just make a deposit, place a $5 contest, receive $55 in free entries. Listen, subscribe wherever y'all get y'all podcasts, whether it's Spotify, Apple, it don't matter. Follow us on the socials at Kicking It with D.
Need that.
Watch and subscribe on the YouTube. Hit that bell, man. All right, y'all boys. Today we got DDG in the building. YouTuber turned into a rap legend. Excited to chat with this boy. You feel me? I know him from the past, so it's gonna be good to chop it up with him. Let's get straight to the pod. Yeah, what up, my boy? How you living, bro? It's good to have you, bro.
Good, bro. I'm chilling.
That boy,
Chilling, just
bro.
working.
I gotta give you a hand clap, bro, because you've done everything you kind of said you would do. You've been killing YouTube for a lot of years, one of the OGs. Kind of paved the way for Black YouTube. A lot of people kind of doing what you've been doing for years, and then you started music. People wasn't taking you seriously, and now my dog a big time rapper, man. Congratulations on everything, bro.
Appreciate it, man. You doing your thing too, man. You're OG too.
I appreciate it, man. I still remember when we collabed at one time with the little basketball shit.
Oh yeah.
The little 5 bands you ran off with. He ain't really ran off with nothing. You kind of taught me how to do the little drama on YouTube too, bro. I seen how you be doing shit, and then even that video, we beefed a little bit back and forth. Shit was cool, bro.
Nah, he was giving you your flowers earlier, bro. He was like, man, this dude really paved the
Yeah,
way,
real
bro.
shit, bro.
Really, real OG in it.
Pontiac made, ain't it? From Pontiac. Tell us a little bit about your upbringing, bro. Like, what was life like? I know you've been saying you valedictorian for the last, I don't know how many years.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's like it's a small city. You know, like a regular childhood, growing up in the hood or whatever. And I just always been around like negative things, but actually like being in school and like being competitive, video games. I used to box, like all these different things kept me out of the loop of the bad shit. You know what I mean? But you know how it be growing up in a how you say it, poor conditions. You know,
Yeah.
things you surrounded with. But I just kept my head down, kept working, focused on school, females, and making money. And then,
Yeah, real shit.
and then I ended up going to college, Central Michigan University, and then I ended up dropping out and moving out to LA, and then that's when I really like started to really take off for real.
You was doing vlogs and stuff beforehand while using Pontiac still, right?
Yeah, I started off in Pontiac.
What type of videos you was making? Just day-to-day shit?
Yeah, I was making like, it was really like, I'll explain it. It was like, yeah, like day-to-day shit, just like vlogging, like nothing too crazy, but I was just showing my life and what I do. I started off doing skits though. And then after the skits, I kind of just got more into the vlogs when I found out it wasn't working. But my first channel, a lot of people don't know this, my first channel was a gaming channel.
Oh, word.
So before I was DDG, my name was Sneak Mode.
Sneak mode. That boy was sneak mode.
That shit hard.
Yeah. What type of
But I
games you was playing? Like 2Ks and stuff and all that?
Nah, I was a Call of Duty type of dude.
Yeah.
Like Call of Duty. I was trying to mess around with the Minecraft. I was just seeing what was working for other gamers on YouTube. But mainly like Call of Duty was my thing.
Do you feel like your education, because obviously you was a smart dude, you made it to college, valedictorian, you feel like your education has a lot to do with your success? Because I feel like you was always ahead of the wave you knew it would work, you tried things, and then it ended up working out for you?
Nah, for sure. I feel like me excelling in school kind of just, I don't know, it kind of just made me like more competitive in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like I wouldn't say like when I was in school I was the smartest in the world. You know what I'm saying? But I was very competitive. Like
Mm,
I stay after school longer. I do extra credit homework because I wanted to be number one. And I
mm.
feel like that really just translated to my whole career for real.
That boy wanted to be the best, man. Yeah, I was tuned into like all your vlogs back then, bro. You was one of my favorite YouTubers. Boy, dropped 3-4 times a day. How was you
Yeah.
even doing that, bro?
I was just, man, I ain't gonna lie, the money was motivating.
Yeah.
I was like, man,
That'd be helpful.
I mean, I enjoyed like just making videos in general, but like seeing that, you know how that spike is.
Yeah,
Seeing
hell yeah.
seeing that little
Hell yeah.
line graph. When you see that line graph go down, you like, damn,
Uh-huh.
I need to get it back up.
You post a
And
video that
then,
bit spike up, then after a couple days
mhm.
no posting, that go down, then
You
you
gotta get him back up.
yeah, you gotta get
Yeah.
them up.
Yeah, I always thought about like not posting the videos, like calling in to work.
Mm,
I'm like, shit, if I can post one video and see it go like this, I mean, if I post two, it gonna go like that. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? So
Right. Post
I was
three.
like, man, I ain't, you know, at the time, I think when I was posting them 3 videos a day, I might or might not have had a girlfriend or might was in between relationships or whatever. But other than that, like, I ain't really had no responsibilities for real. So it was just like, nigga, work, work, work,
mm.
work, work, you know?
When did you start making money for real? Like maybe the money in Pontiac was different once you got to LA. When did you take us to that moment where you're like, damn, this is like real bread, like life changing money?
So what it was, I was in college and I asked my homies or whatever, and I be like, man, how much money I need to be making to drop out? And they were like, man, if I was making $8,000, I would have been dropped out, like 8,000 a month. And then at the time, like I'm making like 10.
Mm.
It's like the start of my sophomore year. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I started making 10, and
Mm.
then I took 3 weeks off of class. Like not like I asked the teachers that I couldn't come to
Or
class or
just ain't
nothing. I
show
just
up.
skipped class. Yeah, I just didn't show up. So I'm like, all right, you know, it's a little different in college versus high school. You don't show up, they don't call your parents. You don't show up
Hmm.
in college, they don't care
Just
because you're
whatever.
paying
Right.
for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't show up for 3 weeks, and I ended up getting this viral video. I don't know if you know about this one time where Killer Clown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
talking about?
Uh-huh.
Man, I ate off that little trend. So, but I had photoshopped a little clown in my college dorm hallway, photoshopped it on as a thumbnail, and acted like a little clown was coming for me or whatever the fuck. 4 million views, and then I ended up making like my biggest check. I made like $40,000,
She.
and then I was like, all right, cool. And then I messed around and I moved out to LA off that check.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Because obviously, by the time you move into LA, you gotta have some
You
motion.
gotta have some motion.
Because you
Yeah.
can't just. I mean, people do
You'll
it,
be some, yeah, people do that shit.
and they be leaving real quick. Because you gotta have a. That's
Yeah.
what I was wondering. You kind of answered the question like, how far off the ground was you already before going to LA, and you already had like a bit of a platform you had built by yourself. So when you get to LA, now you got the luxury, I'm guessing, of collabing with people that's closer to you and shit like that. That's already got their own motion. What was the biggest thing that just set you off when you got to LA, you think?
I was doing a lot of I started collabing with women, right? And then I noticed the impact that I had. And I'm like, okay, cool. Let me go ahead and start signing these girls. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
I
like,
remember
let
that
me
phase,
start.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, let me go ahead and start like signing these girls and really pushing them and blowing them up. And I ain't gonna lie, like I was doing this shit overnight. I'm talking about I could have found any girl walking down the street, put her in 3 vlogs, and she turned like
Turned up, yeah.
Right.
yeah, super turned up. So I started building that little business. I called it Zooted, and
I remember Zooted Entertainment, yep.
Yeah, and I just kept just collabing with my own people. I created my own little ecosystem, so I ain't have to reach out to other YouTubers
Mm.
and collab with them and this and that. I could just
Kind of like a little
call.
team house, but it's not. We
Yeah,
ain't living in a house.
yeah, that's exactly what it was, and
Uh,
it worked. So from there, it was just too easy. It's just like, all right, I'm collabing with my own people. We all making money. It just all made sense. So
all right, y'all, we're going to take a quick break to get into the Sleeper app. Y'all know we talk about it all the time, but we making picks, but there's way more features to just making picks on Sleeper.
They got
man.
news on there, don't
We
they?
got the community tab, the feed, which tells you about everything. Panthers QB Andy Dalton reached an agreement, 2-year, $8 million deal. They got Steph Curry talking about his iconic night celebration. They got a bunch of things, man. You know, football season is super active. Basketball season is going on, so it's super
Yeah.
active. And then people can leave comments on all those. You know, the comments be the best part to read, bro. They be on there trolling, glazing, talking smack. Man, Sleeper's just the greatest app to have, bro. Make sure y'all download Sleeper, use code Kicking It, click the link down below, and stop sleeping on Sleeper. Let's get back to the pod.
also in 2017, I feel like was one of my most like golden years. I started doing like the little diss tracks and all of that,
Mm-hmm.
and that really took off, and that's how I really got into seriously rapping for real.
Let's
Yeah.
say I'm one of these girls back in 2016, 2017, and I ended up getting signed to DDG. What is that looking like? Like, what's the contract? What's my deliverables? Like, what do I have to do? Was it like some super proper, or it's just like
Handshake. Kind
you
of
feel
deal.
me?
Yeah.
Nah, I mean it was a contract, but it wasn't. You know, dudes like me, I don't really like the amount of money I made out of them girls. I probably not even on no cock shit. I probably spent that last week. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't about the money. It's like it was more so just about building like an empire. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
But I was taking 20%, which is normal like manager. I wouldn't consider myself a manager, but
That's like industry
kind
standard.
of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I 20%, and then I was doing. It wasn't like no deliverables. It wasn't like no thing. It's like if you want to make money, post.
Show your ass
You know
up.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying? If you
post. Yeah.
want to do this, post. Like it ain't got nothing to do with me. Like some of the it would I had dudes too that was signed to me, but the girls just always work better.
Yeah.
That's just how the internet go. But
Funny how that worked.
um
Yeah.
yeah, so from there, like when they see the money growing, they just want to continue to collab. But the only issue with that business was it was hard to for the girls and the dudes to stay afloat on their own. You know what I mean?
Mm, mm,
Because what happened was, I tell you what really happened. Why I stopped Zooted, I got in a relationship, right?
mm.
And the girl was tripping for real, like,
So you
cause
weren't
the
going with
girls
that?
I'm signing ain't no, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Ain't
Yeah.
nothing mid. So it's like,
You really out here
it's,
big
it's
pimping. I know Shorty at home not
yeah,
happy. You feel me?
yeah. So she was tripping, and some I got a issue when I get in a relationship. I be letting motherfuckers like move. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Make
Yeah.
shit shake or whatever. So
Yeah.
I ended up stopping it or whatever, and that's why it really ended. But um, you know, it was cool. It would. I definitely didn't do it for the money, 100%.
Yeah, what was that girl I think you had signed? I remember she blew up the little light skin. I think her name was like some of the R.
O'Reilly, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I remember you signed her, she blew up, and then y'all had like some big falling out or something, ain't it?
Yeah, it was another. I think she got in a relationship, and then that's what it
Uh,
kind of. He was probably tripping or whatever. Because the videos I be doing is like really flirty.
Yeah.
It's not.
yeah.
It's like it's not like even on the cusp. It's like two levels under the cusp of too flirty. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
more like funny, flirty little jabs. I still do that little shit to this day, but it's just like, it's entertainment at the end of the day. But, if you're in a relationship, stuff like that kind of, you know, it can feel real to to whoever
Yeah.
you with.
Would you
Yeah.
say that's been your biggest issue in your life with relationships? Is this stuff online? Dealing with real life relationships, the shit that be going on online?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of you can't really. I don't know, like, kinda, cause well, definitely right now, like I'm much more. I would say humbly, I'm way more famous than I was back
Yeah.
then. So, like anything I do is automatically,
Right. Clip
people
it.
look at it.
Clip.
Yeah, they
Clip it.
clip it like
Shade
TikTok clips
Room.
just out of control. Like,
I be
Yeah.
seeing your ass on Shade Room all the time, boy.
All the time. I be
yeah,
thinking
you
you
know what's
change your
crazy?
account to
Like
Shade Room.
before that, what's crazy is like before I was on Shade Room, I wanted to be on Shade Room. I'm like, I
Mm.
Yeah,
want
yeah,
to be on
yeah.
Shade Room. Like, you know what I'm saying? You
Mm.
feel like
Yeah.
that's where the celebrities be at. And then when I
Mm.
got on it, I'm like, damn, I don't want to
Yeah.
be on
Let
this
me
shit
get
no
up
more.
I'll
out of
be on
here.
this shit. Yeah. I know it's kind of
That's-
hard navigating like your personal life and
Because
keeping
it's not
things
personal.
private.
It's not personal and
And
private. Like, it's
especially, I know you was kind of just in a high profile relationship.
kind
So,
of.
Yeah, well, yeah, he was in a high profile relationship.
Yeah.
So how has it been navigating all that stuff, man? I know you got and you got a whole family now. So you got a son, and I know you got to navigate the world of you guys aren't together, and you still got a co-parent, and then everybody's opinions online. What's that all been like, man? Do you embrace it, or would you rather have not
Yeah, I
come
mean,
out
I
online
just,
at all?
I just, I try to separate that from whatever I do online, especially now. Like, if you look at my entertainment, what I do on like, because right now I'm like more into streaming than
Mm-hmm.
YouTube for real. Like, I know that's like what the kids on.
Yeah.
And in this industry, you
Oh
gotta
yeah,
stay
you got to
young. You
adapt.
don't never
Yeah.
You
wanna,
got to stay
you know
where
what
the
I'm saying?
kids
You
at.
don't wanna, if you don't adapt, you get left behind. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, all right, let me go ahead and get on this streaming shit. So, with my streaming content, I'm still like a very, very, very present dad. You know what I'm saying? So, still navigating. It's still new. I only been a dad for a year and some change. So, especially like with the little co-parent shit,
Mm-hmm.
it's it's a foreign. How you say it? It's a foreign
It's foreign territory for you. You
it's
ain't
foreign
dealt with it.
territory. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So, still navigating it, but it's working out. It's doing whatever we got to do to. It's a bigger picture when you got a kid, man.
Yeah.
For
How's the
sure.
dad life treating you, bro? Congratulations, by the
Yeah,
way,
man.
bro.
Congrats on that. My son's
Thank you.
about to turn 12, and I feel I'm not with baby mama, so the co-parenting thing for me was like foreign territory as well, because my parents are still together. That's all I knew, right? You only really know what you seen through your parents, and so, man, navigating that. But it worked out good for me, bro. Like I said, I hear these horror stories of some of my homeboys got with their baby mamas, and it always could be
Yeah.
worse. But it seemed like, I mean, obviously, yeah, you picking a famous person to have a child with.
Yeah.
That's got a child. I don't even know how you be dealing with that. Cause like I know everybody always says, the shit in the media, it don't get to me or whatever, but there's got to
Yeah,
be
you
some
get-
times where
yeah.
you're like, I just wish you'd focus on something else, especially when it's involving your kid, like you said, bro.
Yeah.
And the mother of your kid too. Cause whatever y'all got going on between you and her, and this is what I say about my son's mom too, like at the end of the day, bro, my son's the most important thing to me. And I know how important his mom is to him. So by default, she important. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
that's my son's mom. But it's like, I hear people, they don't be feeling that way about their baby mama.
my
sometimes.
baby mama and all
But
this.
fair enough, some of these baby mamas be out here tripping. So I got a good one. And that definitely gives you a whole lot less headaches. But I can't imagine dealing with that shit like front media,
Yeah.
everybody knowing about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely the internet make it worse.
Yeah.
They always exaggerate things and different headlines, blogs, tweets. People just want clicks these days. 'Cause especially like now, we in like the clipping era where a kids is getting paid to create false headlines just
Yep.
to get more views and get more whatever. They just trying to get that little TikTok check. So they posting whatever. Sometimes that stuff get misconstrued. They cut out parts that might be positive and only put the negative. So it's definitely hard, like navigating that, especially in this time and era with all this clipping shit.
Yeah.
Does it ever get to you, bro? Like, as a human, as a man, does it ever get to you?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I probably got the thickest skin on this internet shit. Like, bro, I've been getting canceled for 2 years straight. Like, bro, nigga, I didn't survive cancellation so many times. This shit ain't real, bro. Like, you only get canceled when you give up. For
Right.
somebody that, like, if you get canceled, quote unquote. Now, granted, it is some things that if you say, you just
Yeah.
come
You
off as
can't
like
come
a
back.
terrible person.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
some shit you can't come back from.
Right.
But um it's also on the other side of that, it's also an audience for
For
that
that.
shit you can't come back from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you can always have fans no matter if you get canceled or not. It's just about like not giving up and pushing through and continue to do whatever you do and standing on whatever you saying. So
Yeah,
I
100%.
never said no off the wall shit. I never got like obliterated, canceled, but it's definitely been times in my career where I felt like the world was against me. And, I kind of just developed a very thick skin for that and a very high tolerance of patience and just knowing that it's just the internet. None of this shit translates. So,
Yeah.
nah, it used to bother me. I ain't gonna lie. But now you can say whatever about me online. I really don't care. The only thing that would kind of bother me is if it's somebody that I might have met or
Yeah.
got mutuals with, then I feel like it's blatant disrespect. But like random people that I don't even know where they live at, what they look like, never seen them, never gonna see
Right.
them. That shit don't bother me at all.
They just be talking, and a lot of it is all
Talking.
perspective, bro. I feel like you see it a lot with the Kendrick Drake shit. Like 95% of the people talking about that don't even really care about that shit. You know what I'm saying? They just
Right.
picking a side, jumping on that shit. What was your thoughts on that whole thing? You know, we just had the Super Bowl there. I was at the actual Super Bowl, so I got to see it all in person. But I'm kind of like, if you ask me who I like better, I'm gonna say Drake. But that doesn't mean I don't like the Kendrick shit that's been out. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like with this topic, people just pick a side and they die on it, and it's like you just doing that to be heard, bro.
Yeah, I mean, rap fans is kind of like sports fans. You
Yeah,
you go to a damn Lions game versus a rivalry team. You a big fan, you might fight another fan in the parking
Yeah.
lot.
right.
It's like I feel like that's how people take that beef. But I grew up listening to Drake. Like,
Yeah,
that's like I always claim Drake as like my favorite rapper growing up. So I'm just a loyal supporter. I fuck with Drake through whatever. Um, in terms of like him as an artist and making his music. But the Kendrick this moment or whatever was a big moment for him.
yeah,
And I think it was good for music. It made rap exciting again. I feel like
yeah,
rap was getting boring, you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
and it was like more so everybody was more focused on pop. You look at the top 40 is pop,
Yeah.
it's this and that. Now you look at the top 40 is a lot of
rap.
rap,
Yeah.
So
That's the
I
one
feel like
thing
it
with
was
rap,
good for the
bro.
sport.
If rap get a little slow, start some beef up,
Start
man.
some
That shit
beef,
going
yeah.
back to number one because it is just so
Yeah.
captivating. I don't know what it is,
You was
bro.
ahead of the wave, bro. I still remember the Lil Yachty disc, Big Boat, whatever you dropped back in the
Yeah.
days. How'd that go about?
Yeah.
Was it like real beef? Was y'all dissing each other, or you just was trying to?
Nah, that shit was fake.
Yeah.
I was like, that's why I don't get too mad at these people that be trolling me, because I used to be like a real troll.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
You know the
You was
game.
and I
trolling.
had a platform, you know what I'm saying? I still got a huge platform, but I'm saying back then, like all I did was troll. So I even hit him up. I DM'd him. I probably still got our DMs, but it was from years ago. And I was like, man, I'm just trolling, bro. Don't even pay that shit no mind. And then he tried he tried to like little bro me on the DM. He was like, nah, I want to see y'all young people win. Some shit. Me and Yachty damn near the
Yeah.
same age, I think. But
Real shit.
that was hack, but it was like Yachty cool. Like, I didn't
Yeah.
met him and all that other shit. That was just a little YouTube moment. But I honestly feel like it was good for me and him in a way.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I had this cult that niggas just didn't know about. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? They
yeah,
just
yeah.
didn't understand it. Like Yachty didn't understand it. And then me doing a little diss track or whatever, it, believe it or not, it brought eyeballs to him too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
You
Did you kind of always have the envision when you starting this YouTube stuff of like I'm a one day land on music and hang out there for a little bit, or did that is that something that just kind of like came up with the journey that you was on?
well, what happened was I was doing YouTube and then they had the adpocalypse. You know about that, right,
Yeah.
Destroy?
They
Yep,
start
yep,
cutting
that
all
was
the
it.
Yeah.
ads.
Yeah, the money cut down. I was making like 50, right? And then it cut down to 8.
Damn.
I'm like, oh,
Damn. It
hell
was
no.
that
I'm in
bad?
LA. Yeah, I'm in LA at this time.
Shit.
Like, I'm
Hey, they
like,
ain't even gonna
shit,
cover
yeah,
breakfast, my boy.
Yeah, my rent $5K. I'm
Right.
staying in Hollywood, or right on Hollywood Boulevard, penthouse, 2 stories, 2 bedroom. Like I'm staying in an expensive place, so I'm like, shit, what did I do? Like if this YouTube shit don't work out, what else would I want to do? And I always wanted to make music. And I'm like, I just never took it serious. And it's a funny reason why I never took it serious. It's because as a kid, I used to watch conspiracy theory videos. And they used to say, like, oh, if you blow up and rap, you got to sacrifice your family. And I used to be hella
Yeah.
scared of them videos and shit. So I'm
Yeah.
like, man, I ain't finna rap. So I was like, damn, if there's anything else I want to do, though, because I always grew up around music, I'm like, man, I want to make music. Not necessarily rap, because, I got R&B records too, but
Hmm.
like, I just want to make music. So I knew the diss track shit was going up for me. So I was like, man, let me just go ahead and just try to really drop music. And then that's when I started getting a world star and getting millions and millions
Yeah.
of views and all this other shit. So just worked out
Was
Yeah.
the diss track era inspired by RiceGum at all?
for sure,
Because Rice
100%.
was going
Yeah, he was.
dumb back
Yeah.
then, boy.
Yeah, nah, right. RiceGum is a underrated goat. Like
Hmm.
he really changed YouTube for real. And I ain't gonna lie, like I made a diss track about RiceGum as a fan. Like I was talking the craziest shit. That's why I can't get mad at trolls, because
Yeah.
like I made a diss track about Rice Gum and ended up getting like 1 million views. I was talking the craziest shit, but I was clout chasing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
when you
Yeah.
first coming up, like niggas gotta do it some
You
way.
gotta
It's
do
just
what you
my
gotta
way
do.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a lot of niggas be clout chasing, they don't do it right. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like they just be doing the shit, talking shit, whoop whoop. My shit was like actually getting motion. So, he ended up like reacting to it and all this other shit, whatever. And yeah, but Rice Gum is
He's an
definitely
OG.
like he was a game changer. And I was watching all this shit, I ain't
Hmm.
gonna lie.
Yeah, Rice had the game on lock for a
Yeah.
while, boy. Hey, bro, you've been
Yeah.
going crazy with the music though. I know you've had some crazy collaborations with a lot of big artists. I know you had Gunna on there. I know you done stuff with Tory Lanez, Blueface. Blueface was the
Well,
first one.
can we
I feel like
just
it really
stop
went
on Gunna for a
crazy.
sec, bro?
Gunna,
The
yeah,
fact we
Gunna
got
won.
Gunna on the track is just like, you good now, twin. You good.
How
Nah,
has
nah,
a
yeah.
lot of your music success come about? Would you say is it a lot of it due to YouTube and the platform? Did you really have a lot of help? Like, did you have a strategy to shit? Like, how? Because, bro, we see your music everywhere now.
Yeah, I mean I think YouTube definitely gave me the eyeballs, but um I like to use analogies and shit when I talk. So it's like this. Like if say you spend $1 million on a Super Bowl commercial, it's gonna be hella people watching,
Mm-hmm.
right? If it ain't a good commercial, you
You
ain't
ain't
gonna
gonna
make
give a
no
fuck.
sales.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't make no sales, ain't nothing gonna transpire from that, nothing. So I say that to say like just because I had the fan base from YouTube don't mean that I was
Mm-hmm.
guaranteed success in music,
Now you still
Mm-hmm.
got to give him a
Cause
good product.
yeah, like it's a lot of people that tried this transition. It does not work.
Right.
Like it's a very hard transition. But I'm glad that I went through all the scrutiny and you're a YouTube rapper, you're not a real rapper.
Mm-hmm.
I went through all that shit to now it's like, all right, everybody want to do both now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Yeah.
Everybody want to make content and rap now. Now it's like, oh, DDG the OG. Oh, DDG did it first. So it's like it's cool because now my name is more stamped in the game,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm kind of like a pioneer in my own lane in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the fact that you was already doing YouTube and making money too, I feel like definitely had to help you navigate with like the label stuff as well,
Of
huh?
course. Yeah.
Because I know how them labels get, boy. It get wicked sometimes.
Yeah, man, for sure.
You ever
I
had any?
got definitely. What you say?
I was gonna say if you ever had any bad, dealings with labels or anything like that.
Nah, actually, like before I got signed, when you start blowing up in music or whatever,
Yeah, take us through
and
that, bro. Because I've been on that new Jello like everybody has, and he kind of has
Mhm.
spoken about it in a few interviews. But what's that like, bro? You get a song that starts getting motion, the streets are playing your shit. What happens next? The label start calling, or talk us through that.
So yeah, they start like hitting your email, hitting your manager. They trying to sign you. You got to think it's a business. They like, okay, he
Mm-hmm.
got a hit song, boom. let's give him a advance. Let's take over that song and let's hope the song makes times 10 the advance. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Or
Right.
his album or his fan base and his album, he goes on to be one of the biggest rappers alive, and then we hit the jackpot for 100 million. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's the goal. So when you first get like a little motion in music, you start getting the little emails and shit like that. You start taking the meetings, meeting all these people that you don't know, and it's like very professional. You know, it's probably like the same thing with you going to NFL meetings with
Right.
GMs or
Yeah, yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
Right.
I
Right.
very,
don't
Right.
really
yeah.
know, but same thing. It's like hella professional. Sit down in the chair, talk. You know what I'm saying? Play your music or whatever. Um, and then you just get a bunch of offers. So, you know, if you can choose to like take the offer, boom. I don't know the terms of the deals or whatever. It depends. Or you can choose to wait. But the issue with that is like, see, it's a little different for me because I had money before I signed. But a lot of people don't be having no money. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of rap is a very hard place to make money until you really make it out there.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Right.
um, you know, you might fuck around and get $1 million offer, and then you want to be big headed and independent. You like, I ain't doing it, and then you end up falling off. Then
Mm,
it's like, all right, we don't even want you no more.
mm,
Now you can't take it. So, um, but if you, I feel like with music, if you just believe in yourself and keep pushing, I think it's definitely better to be independent if you want to. I'm not explaining. If you want to like, I don't know, like with me, my situation, the reason I signed is because I wanted to be mainstream. Like I don't
mm. Yeah.
understand the realm of underground. I get it. Like I hear the sound of music people talk about, but I never wanted to be uh like an unknown artist in a
Yeah.
way. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I'm like, let me go ahead and sign. I want to be on the radio. I want to do this and that. I want to, you know what I'm saying? I want to use the resources. Uh, but you know, it's a gamble for real. You never know if you signing to a good label, a bad label. I enjoy where I'm at though.
Yeah.
And it's, you know,
Would you say one of the biggest benefits to being with a label would be, like you said, the resources? Obviously, you
Yeah.
get
If you
signing
because
bonus and
I'm
shit.
sure them videos and the studio
Yeah.
time and shit, that shit add up. No.
But that shit come from the signing bonus, ain't it? Ain't it just like a big loan? They give you, let's say, $1 million, but you have to recoup that in your music.
yeah. So like, say you get $1 million deal, right? They give you probably 30% of that or 50% of that, and then they use the other remaining for your
Mm,
recording budget. So that'll be when you go to the studio, when you shoot music videos. If you
mm,
want to get a feature from motherfucking Future for 250,000, you know what I'm saying? It's coming out of your budget.
mm.
Once that budget up though.
Oh
So
That's
shit.
so that's why
um,
these rappers be putting studios at the crib. They say we
Yeah,
recording at the
studio at the
crib, and then they keep
crib.
the money for the studio
Niggas
time.
be renting their chains and shit.
Yeah. Now there's a lot of ways to
yeah,
keep. Well, I see online all the time about, and Russ was one of the people that would talk about this shit because I guess he was independent for a
Yeah.
long, long time, and he always been talking against the labels. But all these little tricks to like keep more of that money that the label gives you in your pockets.
Can you explain to me? Because like I've seen some people talk about, damn, my label's holding my album, or I can't put it out, or nothing. How do that work?
well, if you like I mean, I guess you don't have to be a high profile artist, but you got to think like the people that's running these companies got feelings, you know.
Yeah.
So when an artist get online and they be like, man, fuck my label, man, I hate my label, blah 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 blah, they hold my music, then it's like damn near swatting at a bumblebee. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
It's like, all right, now
Yeah.
I'm mad, and
Oh, you
I'm in
thought I was
control.
holding
So
it?
all
Now
right,
All
what?
right.
Yeah.
yeah, now you talking shit. All right, then I'm gonna do this and that. You feel me?
Right.
So that's where a lot of it be at, but it also be like when labels got other artists and they want to roll out a certain
Yeah.
way, they might want to hold your stuff for that,
Mm,
or um like it's just a bunch of things that go into it. It can be like sample clearance, it can be um you're a very high profile artist and they want you to drop on a certain
mm,
time or whatever. You know, it really
yeah.
depends on your deal for real.
Yeah.
Okay. But how many songs you got in the vault, man?
I
I
was
know you
gonna
got some
say, yeah,
collabs in
yeah,
there,
yeah, yeah. What we
some
got in the
unreleased
vault?
shit.
Shit, I got like 200, 300 songs. But it's
Sheesh.
like over the course of years, though.
Yeah.
That's that kick you did last week ain't the same kick you got today. You know
100%.
what I mean?
100%.
Right.
Yeah, you might
100%.
you might kick better next week. So
Do
it's like
you
you make better songs.
you be
You know what I'm
writing
saying?
or you be punching in? Because I know a lot of people punch in nowadays.
Lately, I've been punching in. It's way better.
Yeah.
Like writing to me is too thought out.
Mm,
It kind of ruins the vibe a little bit. And I mean, you can get more clever bars off, but the delivery not gonna be natural
yeah.
because you're
Yeah.
still reading at the end of the day. So it's kind of like acting damn near versus like punching in. It's like, oh, this is my raw melody, my raw thought. This is how I'm feeling right now. The moment I'm in the
Makes sense.
Bro, I
room.
used to love watching
You know
them
what I'm
Tory
saying?
Lanez streams,
Yeah,
bro.
bro. The
Tory Lanez
streams.
would do
I
that
even
shit.
watched T-Pain do it a couple
Yeah,
times,
bro.
bro. You be doing that too? You stream and make
You
music
got
while you're
to,
there?
if not, bro. Gosh.
Hell yeah,
Yeah, that
especially
shit's fire.
after the shit I did with Black Boy Max.
Yeah, he been going crazy.
Yeah, I know. But after that, I'm like, man, live stream. Like before I got on the stream with him, I was doing it, but I wasn't really doing it. But then after I did the Pink Dread shit with him, I was like, damn, like this low key the method,
Mm-hmm.
because you letting your
Double dipping.
consumers. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? I'm gonna use another analogy, right? It's like damn near. Say you got a Burger King, right? And you got a little cult, 10 customers that love Burger King. You be like, man, come in here and try this little Whopper sauce real quick.
Mm,
You know, it ain't out yet, but try it. If they try that bitch and they like, oh my God, this is
that shit's
amazing.
fire.
Mm-hmm.
You know it's gonna hit when you open the store up, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Versus like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Kind of like
saying,
blindly
testing it
creating.
out with the actual audience. So
Yeah.
it's like
Well, I
it's
feel
just a
like, yeah,
little easier.
the consumer feel like a part of the process now. So it's like, man, I was there when he
yeah.
recorded that shit, type shit.
What's
And,
up with the beat, bro? We gonna get the beat cleared or what's going on, bro?
Yeah, I can't even talk about that. That shit is just super messy right now. I'm just
super messy. Yeah. They probably watching this right now, so we didn't even ask.
Last thing we're gonna ask before we let you go, man. We appreciate you being a guest on here, bro. But your voice should be a little bit deeper right now, ain't it? Or
Nah, I just don't be using it in interviews for sure.
He said he was a troll, man. He was OG troll, man. You wasn't paying attention, man.
what? That should get me every time, bro. Hey, we appreciate you, big dog. Much love hopping on, man. We got to get up and do something again soon, bro. You still out in
Yeah,
LA,
just
right?
Yeah, just let me know. I'm out here.
You funny as fuck, my boy.
Appreciate you, brother. Much love. Hey, man, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Kicking It is back next Thursday, or this might be the last episode you're watching. We'll be back soon, I promise. Watch and subscribe on the Kicking It YouTube channel. Watch every single episode we've dropped. They're good ones. Kicking It with Destroying is the channel. Listen and subscribe to our Spotify or wherever y'all get y'all podcasts. Might be Apple Music, whatever. Drop us a 5-star review. We need it.
Gotta have it.
And remember, we're presented by Sleeper and produced by Rain Delay Media. We are out of here.
Chat, we're gonna see y'all next time, man.
Yes, sir.
Boom.